Hey guys, what's going on? 845 Sportscards coming back at you from New York's Hudson Valley once again with the July 2025 Retro Wax Box from Slater Sportscards.com. $65 on the website, $60 if you subscribe like I do, and every month Jared will send you nothing but the finest retro wax baseball cards. Make a look at the agenda here, but we don't need to do that. We'll just sort through the packs. Waxy goodness. Oh, I felt dumb. I'm seeing nostalgia, and I see an 83 pack. Oof. Probably one of the bigger packs. Let's try to arrange my stuff here. There we go. So, 83 Donruss is going to be one of the big chases. That'd be Cal Ripken, Tony Gwynn, Ryne Sandberg. That's from BBCE Authenticated. As always, Jared does not send us trash. He sends us only the finest stuff. It's a thick pack here. 93 Donruss. Fleer, Leaf, Tops, Donruss. 92 Fleer, I remember that. Gross. Upper Deck, 88 Score. Every month we get this Retrowax box delivered to our mailbox, and every month we revel in nostalgia. We fantasize over eating this gum. We think about gold cards. Derek Jeter golds. We think about it. And we, once in a blue moon, once in a while, once every so often, we pull some absolutely iconic, Flair Ultra is different, some absolutely iconic, amazing, incredible cards from the best time to collect baseball cards, the 1980s and the early 90s. So here we got here, sort all our cards out. So let's look at the bigger packs. 87 Tops, we're looking for Barry Bonds, set that aside. 89 Bowman, we got Griffey. That's absolute trash. Topps baseball. 88 Donruss, not so good. 87 Donruss, looking for Bonds. 89 Donruss, looking for Griffey. This is 90, I believe. 90? I think this is 90. Nothing special there. 93 Donruss. 90, that's 90. Heck is this? There's 88. That looks newer. I think it's maybe 91. But the 83 is the big one. As we're going to have the big rail chases. 93 Tops. You might hit a Jeter. Set that one aside. Leaf. Nothing's in there. 90, 90, 87. Barry Bonds. 88. 90 Score. We could pull another Bo Jackson bat and pads. And after that, not very exciting. So, we're going to do it in that order. No rack packs this month. Usually we get some rack packs. I'm not complaining, just making an observation. All single wax packs. Let's start with the junkiest of the junk wax, 1989. But this here is the oldest gum. Nope, we have 87 gum. All right, 1989. What could be found in 89? Craig Biggio rookie. Gum stains. Horrendous. Packs are cool at least. Retro Wax Box every month, delivered to your door for $60. Dan Pascal, Storm Davis, Bruce Field, Steinbach, Boyd Bannister, Bill Pecota. We pull the Hall of Famers out. The notable players: Al Leiter, Kirby Puckett, Hall of Famer, Bob Boone, Mike Diaz. We pull the good stuff out. We set it aside. We make lots. The higher end stuff we sent to ComC. And if we pull something really, really huge, we sent to PSA. We get it graded. And we keep it in our PC locked away forever because we love junk wax. Galarraga. Robin Ventura with the goofy hat. Mike Greenwell. Whiston. Benito Santiago. That was such a cool picture. Remember this back in the day? I don't know how they got this without drones. But that is such an amazing picture. I'm pretty sure it was posed, but whoa, that is so cool. Benito Santiago throwing base runners out at second from his knees. He was just awesome. He was awesome. What a throwback. Jump around a little bit. 93 Donruss Jumbo. It's a sign of things to come. Back in 93. These were nice cards, for sure. Danny Leon, Castillo, and Ryan, Duncan, Wayne Kirby, rated rookie. Mike Maddox, it's Greg's brother. Ray Lankford, MVP. It's Greg Maddox's brother. Ray Lankford, MVP, as your insert. Not extraordinarily rare, but we'll take it. Pete Shurik, Junior Felix, Calderon, Kip Gross, and Milligan, Tom Browning, Juan Guzman, Mike Sharperson. Absolutely nothing of value in that pack. Let's go 91 Fleer Ultra. It's a foil pack. These were very, very plain looking cards. The Brew Crew sticker. Ron Gant, he was a big hitter on TBS. Carlos Baerga. Wild Thing Mitch Williams. Cal Ripken Jr. Hal Morris. Wade Boggs. Offerman, Wally Joyner, Greg Hibbard, Chris James, Paul Molitor, Hall of Fame, Lance Parrish, Bo Jackson, and the Rocket, Roger Clemens. That wasn't a bad pack at all. 91. Move on to 92 tops. I think gold cards and 92 tops are like one per box. And 92 didn't have any big rookies in it that I can recall. But it was the first nice set tops put out with the white paper stock. Bernabe, Kevin Tapani, Klink, Wegman, Russell, Quintana, Scott Cooper, Dale Murphy, the Hall of Very Good, Dave Burba, Eddie Murray, Steady Eddie, Charlie Liebrandt, Kevin Seitzer, Bryn Smith, Inca Villa, and Todd Zeal. Still lives in New York. I think he's a Manhattan guy. I see him once in a while. Really, really nice guy. Yeah. There we go. What is hidden inside this locked up pack? Bricked up cards from the 90s. Mark Lemke, part of that 95 World Championship team. Ugh. Brutal. Hate to see that. Andy Van Slyke. So much bricking. Lugan. Back-to-back. Back-to-back collation. Luis Gonzalez. Luis Gonzalez was stuck to Luis Gonzalez. What's he stuck back to? What is that? This is why you avoid double pat board. What is going on in this pack? That's why you avoid these 1990s packs with a glossy finish, because they're not stored properly, the wrong humidity. They brick up. Felix Fermin. There's Bobby Witt Sr. And here's something. It's Cal Ripken. Heading for the Hall, Cal Ripken. A non-numbered insert. Put that aside. Jim Austin. Ben McDonald. He was a chase card back in the day. A checklist. And Bernard Gilkey. Wow, that was painful to hear those cards ripping each other apart. And we got Leaf. There's nothing in this set. Aguilar, Robinson, Ray Lankford, Gary Carter. He's a Hall of Famer. Bob Walk. Junior Felix Pasqua. Mike Flanagan. Charlie Huff. 3,000 years old Charlie Huff. Greg Jeffries with the flared nostrils. Tommy Green. Tom Henke with the glasses. Looks like a librarian, not a pitcher. 88 score. What could be an 88 score? Edgar Martinez. This little thing here. Jacoby Magadan, Bragg, Larry Sheets, Bobby Bowe. We just passed Bobby Bowe Day. So July 1st with the deferred contracts. Joe Necro. Joe Niekro, born in 1944. Salas, Ed Olwine, Bob McClure, Rick Russell, Aguilera, Long, Ackerfields, Big Mac, and Matt Noakes, rookie sluggers. It's an interesting card. And Vince Coleman, 87 highlights. As we said, we moved through the Retrowax box. There's over 25 packs from back in the day. Not all of them bangers. But as we're building up, we got about 5 or 6 packs set aside with some big chase cards. But we take the journey with Ed Zosky. Benito Santiago, signed by the Marlins. Kind of a traded card. Schlifflet, Eric Davis on the Dodgers. Luis Rivera, Vizcaíno on the Cubbies. Al Newman, Bob Walk. Scott Scudder, Chuck Carr, Storm Davis, Rafael Belliard, Ron Darling on the A's. So weird. Ryan Thompson, and Pat Henkin. So weird to see players wearing jerseys you don't remember them wearing. 90 Fleer. Could be an error card in here. Could be a second-year Griffey. That'd be nice. Players of the decade, Rocket. Let me see a Griffey. Andre Dawson, Gary Sheffield, John Moses, Steve Wilson, Lou Whitaker, Tony Gwynn, Rick Dempsey, Scott Kuba, Galarraga, and Danny Tartable. All right, so some names that we remember. 92 Flair. Didn't we have a 92 Flair already? Seems like it. Probably not. No, we didn't. I remember these cards. The Clemens in the back. Thurman, Randy Reddy, Cal Eldred. He was a big chase. Dave Stewart. He was an intimidating dude. Jim Gott, Willie Randolph, Doug Drabeck, Mario Diaz, Scott Fletcher, Dave Winfield on the Angels. Dan Gladden, Mullet Flapping in the Wind. Bryn Smith again. Russ Swan, Chris Napholtz, and the Rocket, Roger Clemens. This is a nice card. Not a Hall of Fame, but it's a nice card. So we're chipping away. Let's do something a little more exciting for once. 90 Upper Deck. Second year Griffey. Sammy Sosa rookie. The PSA 10 is worth about $11. I know because I have one. Milky Minton. Jose Batista. Jeff Montgomery. Mike Boddicker. Terry Francona player card. Eric Davis. Rangers. Shawan Dunston. Luis Aquino. Ron Dibble. Andy McGaffigan. Joe Carter. Lee Guterman, Terry Mulholland, and Dan Carmen. So much for 1990 Upper Deck. How about 88 Fleer? Brew Crew sticker. Matt Noakes, Tony Gwynn, Cal Ripken. Whoa, powerful pack. Eckersley, 3 Hall of Famers. This could be a record. We got 3 Hall of Famers so far. Greg Myers, Greg Tabor, David Correa, David Cohn, Greg Minton, Ozzie Smith, and Ryne Sandberg. So that's a double Hall of Fame combo card. See Aquino. That was 4 Hall of Famers in one pack. That was some pack. 87 Fleer could have a Barry Bonds in it, so we'll save that. This is 90 Donruss. You find a box of 90 Donruss in the wild. Don't pay more than like $20. Because what your chases are. Bernie Williams rookie. I got that one. Stubb, Sharperson, Clark. There's no inserts and no autographs. There's Eric Davis. Benito Santiago All-Star. The backwards card. Think it's numbered? No, it's not. But it's a rated rookie. Julio Machado, wildly miscut. Scott Fletcher and Billy Swift. Wildly miscut. Larry McWilliams. You can see the next card is Donruss. This is, oh, I see. That might be an error. Let's see. That's a Wayne Johnson, and it has Larry McWilliams. I'm going to save this one because this is incredibly off, like miscut, wildly miscut. They all like that. Joe McGrain, Andre Dawson with a crease in it, Ramon Martinez. go back to this pack here. Starts there. But that one, that's wild. It's a regular size, right? Yeah, regular size, but it's horrendously miscut. It's got Larry McWilliams' name on it, but that's not Larry McWilliams. That's Wayne Johnson. That's wild. Look how miscut that card is. I like it. I'm going to keep it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's got a crease over there, but it's just so cool. So cool. 88 Donruss. The cut and a half cards here. I'm sure that card is exceptionally rare. Whether it's valuable or desirable, it's another story. Claudell Washington, Mike Greenwell, Greg Brock, Mike Heath, Billy Ripken. Ryan Ripken is, I think it's Cal's son, has a podcast where he interviews baseball players and agents. It's a fantastic, fantastic show. So Billy, Cal, and there was another brother. I think it's Cal's brother, Ryan Ripken. Search him out on YouTube. Fantastic, fantastic content. Bryn Smith, this is the third time we've seen Bryn Smith. Has a very, medieval name. Ken Williams, Jack Howell, Larry Anderson, Bill Dawley, Mike Schmidt, Hall of Fame, and Dave Concepcion. We're getting to the nitty-gritty here. We're getting to the good stuff. This was, I don't know what this is. So I think this was 91, 93, something like that. Yeah, trash. It's 91. I remember these from the drugstore. Hal Morris, Dave Magadan, Kevin Morton, Danny Jackson, Knudsen, Cal Ripken, Alan Trammell, Bo Jackson, Kurt Stillwell, Matt Williams, and the Diamond Kings. That's an excellent Amazon Prime. You can see the Diamond Kings documentary. Very, very nice. Templeton, Sammy Sosa, Wade Boggs, and the puzzle piece. We got Gats, but we're going to move on. 87 Fleer, 90 Score, 93 Tops, 83 Donruss, 87 Donruss, no, 89 Donruss, I'm sorry, 87 Donruss, 89, 87. Cool. So what do we do first? Let's go 93. Maybe we'll get a Jeter Gold rookie. Top gold in every pack. Jeter's rookie year. I'd like to get my hands on a Jeter Gold rookie. PSA 10. At one point there were thousands and thousands of dollars. They come back down to earth a little bit. But it's still a very rare, very desirable card. And Hope's Dash, because Omar Vizcaino is our gold card. So no Jeter Gold rookie. We got the Vizcaino Gold. Pena, Lord, Guterman, Tim Naring, Benavides, Devon White, Alex Fernandez, Luis Rivera, Jay Bell, Tim Hewlett, Matt Williams, Willie Banks, Carney Lansford. So we got skunked on the gold. That's disappointing. I got all these base cards stacked precariously off to the side. Let's go to 89 because we could pull a Griffey, but I don't have a top loader big enough for 1989 Bowman. I don't know what they were thinking. I remember my father was excited when this set came out because he collected cards as a kid, obviously, and he remembers the oversized Bowman cards. Up until 57, Bowman put out these gigantic cards. 48, 49, 50, 51, they were little. 52, they were little. And then 53, they were big. 54, they were big. 55, was there a 55? Oh, I don't think so, but neither here nor there. These are bigger than normal cards. I can't read the names of everybody. That's Doc Gooden, Frank Williams, George Brett. As I said, they're bigger than normal, so it's hard to store these. The Whitey Ford replica, Johnny Franco, Donnie Baseball, Berto Alomar, that is a rookie. No, 88 is a rookie. Sorry. Joe Youngblood, Pete Smith. So, not much there. Couldn't store those cards anyway. Let's go for an 89 Donruss. Full card number 333, which is Ken Griffey Jr. Musselman, Mike Jackson, Manny Trillo, Dennis Cook, Edgar Martinez, Van Snyder, Schmaltzy. That's a rookie. We'll take that. Andy Hawkins, Dante Bichette, Bichette's dad, Marvin Friedman, Ernest Riles, Mike Diaz, Kevin Brown, Terry Clark, and the checklist. So we didn't get it, but we got a Schmaltzy. I like that. 90 score. Last month on this very channel. Take a look. We pulled the iconic card number 697, which was the Bo Jackson bat and football pads out of this same Retrowax box. Wade Boggs, the MVPs, hologram, Bobby Thigpen, Chris Wilkerson, Mark Grant, Benito Santiago, Dave Parker, Doug Jones, Gallagher, Gonzalez, Sean Abner, Wes Gardner, Mike Huff, Wandell, Pawlowski. They all can't be winners. They all can't be bangers. But we love the nostalgia. 87 Fleer, 87 Donruss, and 83 Donruss left. So, here's the deal. The stick of gum and 87 tops. I will eat this stick of gum if we can pull either the Tony Gwynn, Ryne Sandberg, or Wade Boggs out of the 83 Donruss. We pull one of the big cards at 87, we'll be happy, but I'm not eating 40-year-old gum for that. Be a superstar. Say no to drugs. There's our gum, if we can get it off. There's our gum. I'll eat that. We get a big rookie out of 83. Set you aside. Rancid gum. 87, we're looking for Barry Bonds, Big Mac, Raleigh, Nunez, Danny Darwin. Nolan Ryan's a nice card. A lot of Hall of Famers in this set. Like Dave Winfield, he's a Hall of Famer. Shearer, Tom Foley, Opie McDowell, Lee Guterman, Tim Lear stretching out, Don Mattingly. Nice card there. Ben Reed, Rick Cerrone, Alvin Davis, Kevin Gross, and last card up is Mitch Webster. Nothing special in 87. Tops. Let's do 87 Fleer. Carefully unpack all this goodness. So same deal. We're looking for Barry Bonds. We're looking for Mark McGwire, Carney Lansford, Jimmy Jones, Randy Asador, Rod Scurry, HR, ESPN fame, Claudell Washington, Jim Gantner, the glasses of the serial killer, checklist, Rick Cerrone, again, oof, nice mustache, Dwayne Murphy, has 2 sizes too small, Lou Whitaker, Dave Parker, Big Bats at the first sack, Glenn Davis and Eddie Murray, Rich Bordy, Tom Stoddard, Charlie Lebrand, Ray Knight, 86 Mets, Mike Scott, and Mike Cuckrow, NL's best righties. 87 Fleer, we got Ungats. What about 87 Donruss? Maybe we'll have better luck. And maybe, just maybe, we're saving the mojo for the 83 Donruss. Or shots here. There's no worry that these packs are searched because they're BBCE. The big money packs are BBCE certified. There's no way these are searched because we do get hits out of these. You do see Hall of Famers. There's Harold Baines, Jim Dwyer, Benito Santiago on the rated rookie. Jared from Slater Sports is a very honest man. Only sends you the very, very best stuff. Kirby Puckett, Craig Reynolds, Jim Aducci. Mike Krukow again. Dave Winfield. Smiling because he's getting paid. Joe Niekro. John Kruk. Yeah, sweet. Nice John Kruk. I don't think it's a rookie, but he's 8 cards in 86. But we like it. We like Krucky. Last pack up. 83 Donruss. This is what we came to see. We got gum. We got gum from 87. And a pack of 83. Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs, Ryne Sandberg rookie. Out of 83 Donruss. We eat the gum. 15 cards and 3 puzzle pieces. Let's carefully open this up. I can give away the back card, but it's just Chris Spear. So puzzle piece, press steel galleries. Beautiful. So 83 Donruss, Diamond Kings, George Foster. Checklist. Bruce Keeson. Pete Redfern. Bert Rogerbury. Jim Sundberg. Jason Thompson. Roy Smalley. I'm a big rookie. I want that gum. Rick Manning. I want that gum. Tony Gwynn. Come on, Tony Gwynn. Joe Morgan. It's a nice one. Tony Gwynn. Ryne Sandberg. Wade Boggs. John Butcher. Running out of cards. Woody Fryman. Keith Hernandez. Chris Spire. So, we didn't get it. Didn't eat the gum. But that was the Retrowax Box. Slater Sports cards. Every month, we rip into it. We love the nostalgia. We love the chance at hitting something big. If you want to get your own Retrowax Box, hit up Jared at SlaterSportsCards.com. They're inexpensive. They're a lot of fun. You got little kids. You can show them the way things used to be before there was 5,000 parallels and $1 million cards and $1,000 boxes. That's why I love this stuff. It brings you back to a better time. And thank you guys for coming along for the ride. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. Like, comment what you thought about it. Let me know if you're going to pick up your own Retrowax Box. I highly recommend it. He has other selections on the site, including the Big Fly Box, which I love, and a couple other things, the Generations Box and a couple loose boxes. Check him out. He's an honest dude. Only the best of the absolute best of wax products. This is 845 New York's Hudson Valley. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time. Later.